Hello, everybody. I do apologize that I am streaming this a little bit later than usual. Apparently, when I got home from work, I decided to pass the fuck out. But, good thing is, this is why today is Friday. We have time to make up for that. But, that is neither here nor there. We are here to 100% the original base Super Metroid game and the original base Zelda 3 game. And when I say original game, well, that still applies true to Zelda 3. I might have customized this version of Super Metroid just slightly. For one thing, so I can, number one, play as a custom character. Because, what's the point of not customizing your character otherwise if you aren't going to make the whole experience that much more fun? But more importantly, I decided to eliminate the whole item get fanfare because, let's be real, if I kept that in the game, it would take, 5-10 years for me to beat this game? So, yeah, just to save myself the trouble, those are the only things that I've changed about this. Everything else about this game is still the same. So let's jump right in.
The last Metroid is in captivity. The galaxy is at peace.
I first battled the Metroids on the planet Zebes. It was there that I foiled the plans of the space pirate leader, Mother Brain, to use the creatures to attack galactic civilization. Yep, that was totally Samus that did it, not ALUCARD. Nope, certainly not. I next fought the Metroids on their homeworld, SR-388. I completely eradicated them, with the exception of a larva that decided after hatching, to follow me, almost as if it was a confused child. But then again, if you see half human, half vampire lord, yeah, of course a Metroid would follow you. Why not? I personally decided to deliver it to the Galactic Research Station at Ceres, so the scientists could study its energy-producing qualities. Oh, so now Samus plays a role here. Yeah, I'm sure that's how it worked. The scientists' findings were actually quite astounding. They discovered that the powers of the Metroid might actually be harnessed for the good of all civilization. But, they have scientists like Otacon and Dr. Light. What could possibly go wrong? Satisfied that all was well, I left the station in order to seek out a new bounty to hunt. But I had hardly gone beyond the asteroid belt when I picked up a sudden distress signal. It turns out that the Ceres station was under attack. Back we go. Space Colony. Also, don't get too used to seeing those introductions there, because let's just say you only see them here, and once we are done with this and actually head back to the planet Zebes. After that, you never see anything quite as stellar as that again. But yeah, all this said, destruction... Oh. I was going to ask, how could it possibly get any worse? Apparently, there we go. But so much death, murder, and destruction. Who could possibly be behind all this? Aw, it's the baby Metroid. What's up, baby? Wait, I sense a disturbance in the force. Oh! It's your boy, Ridley! Now, of course, there are two ways of how you can finish this fight. Number one would be to either take sufficient amount of damage in order for this fight to just flat out end immediately, or if you do enough damage to Ridley, he'll quote-unquote drop the baby Metroid, and then will yeah, quote-unquote drop the baby Metroid, but we'll still leave regardless. But yeah, once you go below 30 health, at this point, he feels thoroughly satisfied and leaves. And now we have a self-destruct sequence. 1 minute in order to leave the station and make it back to our ship safely. Doesn't seem like that bit of a problem. But then we run into the steam, which may not slow us down. Just a little bit. And in all honesty, that's nothing compared to the final room. Because then we deal with the steam that pushes us back and forth, but also Mode 7 deciding to move back and forth every now and then. But yeah, that's fairly simplistic. But yes, the good news is once you make it through there, bye-bye introductory level of Space Station, and into the actual game itself on planet Zebes. Zeb! Also, how's it going, Pastille? I didn't want to bring up the whole thing without breaking character. Arigato! I was here this whole time! Ah! Also, now we got a shiny coat. That's not red. But always chilling on that tombstone. That's the most important thing. Never forget that. If only. But of course, there's not really much we can do as it is right now. I mean, you'd think that a person like ALUCARD would be able to crawl. That's not the case. So, instead, we have to go down here. I have to admit, that was pretty damn impressive, even for me. Because the only other place we can go, at this point, is back to where it all started in the original Metroid. Now the game actually begins. As we get our first item, the Mock Ball, or in this case, Soul of Bat. Clever. Now, of course, the simple thing to do would be to use the Mock Ball, or the Morph Ball, in order to get through there. Yeah, who has time for that? Which is why the next best thing we are doing is heading over here in order to get our next item, the Missile Pack. There we go. And now that we have our Missile Pack, we can get the items that are in here. Oh, there's no enemy here. Damn, that means I'll have to come back later in order to grab that. You know, it's a good thing I'm going for 100% completion, because otherwise, I hate doing extra backtracking. Yes, going through here gets us an additional missile pack, so that brings our total to 10. Unfortunately, that's all we can do for now, and we move forward. But I guess this was a dormant planet that's been slumbering for some time, and getting those items, for some reason, reactivates everything. Because now we have pirates that are pro-Phazon here. For all we know, they would be pro-Phazon. And of course, there is another item that we could get in that room. If memory serves, we can't actually grab that until we get at the very least the bomb. So let's just move right on past all that. And slowly, but surely, make our way up in here. And, of course, this room makes absolutely no sense in a randomizer. But thankfully, this is not a randomizer, so for my own sanity's sake, I guess I'll show off the properties of this room and why it is so important. We gain access to the map of the Ceres area, or criteria, I should say. So now everything from this top section over to just before and even past the wreck ship is all a criteria. Yeah, we know all about the Gauntlet and the whole speed boost, shine spark area to the right. But for the most part, that is all the areas from there. The only other thing I could do from here, I would need bomb in order to do so. However, because I am foolhardy and cocky enough to do so, I plan to just skip the save point and head right for the bomb. Speed past all these enemies, but then immediately head back so I can get a refill on my bombs. And by bombs, I mean missiles. Now, this is a tricky thing to pull off. Can I be able to do it? Probably not, but let's see. Nope. Escaping from Alcatraz is a pretty tricky and, of course, ballsy thing to do. And speaking of ballsy, there goes that. And down goes the Chozo Guardian, who goes down like a sack of manure. Woo! Oh well. Not too concerned because we can now make our way through there. And more importantly, we now have access to the bomb. And more importantly, if we want to gain access to higher areas at the cost of many, many long periods of bombing our way forward, we also have access to the move IBJs, or infinite bomb jumping. And believe me when I say they will come in handy, especially if you need to gain access to later areas. But now that we have a bomb, we can actually make our way through here, grab another item, which of course in this case is just another pack of missiles. Now of course, the best thing any casual player would do would be to use a bomb in order to hop your way into that hole. Thanks to all these speed runs, I'm anything but casual. So now we just make our way down through here. Yep, had a feeling that was going to happen at least once. But now that we actually have bombs, backtrack our way down here in order to get ourselves another missile pack down here. And I will get the rest of what is in Blue Brinstar. Not right now, because if memory serves, in order to get the rest of them, it would help to have, number one, either some power bombs, or at the very least a speed boost. So, until I get both of them, I'm going to put this room on hold. So I mainly wanted to get more missile packs at this point. But don't you have enough missile packs as it is? In a game like this, you can never have too many. Except for when you're doing a randomizer, in which case, yes, there is a limit. And even then, the game says it's still not enough. But yeah, for now, we have done everything that we can do here. So now, we'll use a save point. There are two different ways to save in this game. Either save points in various save rooms, or if we were to head back to our ship, not only would we gain access to a built-in save point in there, but if we were to use up any and all of our weapons, like our missiles, or we were low on health, that'll get reboosted as well. And a life vessel. Something about these different names always brings a chuckle to me. So, burst you out of the way. And while I don't need to gain access to that room until the very end of the game, I'll at least clear that room open. So it's not that big a deal. And next up, we have from Groteria to Brinstar. Now, there are several different areas of Brinstar. This area in particular, just green Brinstar, or just base Brinstar, is probably the best way to put it in. And now, it is time for me to implement another speed running tactic, and I jumped way too soon. That's not going to work. We talked about how you can IBJ your way to certain areas. There are other rooms that require the speed boost, but what if I told you that you could gain the running speed in Morph Ball form and still be able to gain access to an area? That, of course, was a poor example of that, but that's okay. This just means that we have many different attempts to make at this. So, for those of you wondering what I'm doing, I'm using a technique called Mock Ball, which is when you press down and move right at the moment you turn into a Morph Ball, you can still gain the running momentum like this, and be able to make your way through fast areas like so. Again, I'm the type of person who wants to make sure that I grab anything and everything that I can, and not worry about backtracking. So for that, we got extra missiles and a reserve tank, or in this case, heart vessels. How the heart vessels, or energy reserve tanks, works is if we were to run out of health, any health that we have in reserve, up to 100 per tank, will automatically get refilled. And ordinarily, we are not supposed to be getting the super missile this fast. But, you know the old saying, screw you, Dad. You don't know me. So yeah, may as well use this as an opportune time, so that way we don't have to redo this room again. Just moving on onward. We have, I believe, if memory serves, missile restore room, and I think, since we passed it up, we may as well get hit by that enemy. No, we may as well show off, memory serves, the other map room that should be in here. Keyword being should be. Now, do I need access to the map room to know where everything is? Of course not. But for my own sanity's sake, so I don't need to worry about doing this in the future, may as well do it now. Now, of course, Brinstar is a huge area that covers several different areas, even between a small area between Brinstar and Meridia. I believe there is a blue Brinstar, which we were in previously. There is also a red/pink Brinstar, and even... No, actually, that's just it. Base Brinstar, red Brinstar, pink Brinstar, and blue Brinstar. So now that we have covered all that, we've done all we can to not worry about the map room or maps of this area for quite some time. And there is one other area to explore down below. We don't have access to the super missiles. The power bombs just yet, so that'll have to wait until later. But yes, now that we have made our way through that, let us go ahead and make our way through here. Make our way through that, and ordinarily you would need the grapple beam in order to lock onto those to grab this. May as well grab it right now while we can. Unfortunately, that other area, just past it, we cannot gain access to it without the power bomb, let alone this door. So we will save that for another time. However, we may as well do what we can to free up that area and see if we can get a certain skip. Nope. Nope. Alright, that's okay, because we have several different ways of giving that another try. And now we have access to the charge beam. Also, we can't gain access to there without the power bomb. Not that it would help us without the gravity suit and or speed boost at the time. And I'd rather not have to redo this section. So, while this might cost us some time, I think it'll be worth it in the long run. Ah! And for those of you who don't know, thanks to watching Pink Kitty Rose and Diabetes of Retsupre showing this off, if I do this right, I can skip a mini-boss fight by doing this and get the goodies that the mini-boss, which in this case, Spore Spawn, is hiding. Are you supposed to do this? Of course not. You are supposed to fight Spore Spawn in order to get the goodie that Spore Spawn is guarding. But you know me, it's always fun to skip fights like this. And decided not to fire. Nope. There we go. If you heard that mini tong there, that means I made my way through here, which, by the way, this was a super missile block that was through here. But yes, moving at the right angles made it so I can be able to burst my way through there. Speaking of which, I'm just going to do that so that door stays open. I don't need to worry about needing to get through there. But yes, if we defeated Spore Spawn, we would have gained true access to our actual first super missile grab. But, you know, who likes to play these games by the rules intended? That would be just stupid. But yeah, just to show that I meant what I was saying. Because you cannot be able to shoot missiles when you are in a crouch position. Hence why I needed to do all that weird maneuvering from there. There we go. Because again, you are supposed to go into a morph ball and just bomb your way up into that hole. I don't feel like doing that. Also, if you felt like doing the infinite bomb jump, you could theoretically make your way through there, but number one, in order to gain full access to those areas, you would need power bombs. Also, let's not dismiss the fact that there was a pack of missiles there. And with nothing else for us to do here, we move onward from Green Brinstar on our way over to Red Brinstar. But not before we take out these enemies in the hopes of replenishing our Super Missile pack. But yes, say goodbye to Green Brinstar and hello to Red Brinstar. There is a thing we can get from up there. Usually best if we continue from elsewhere. Also, in order to gain access to there, we would need power bombs, not just to go through this blockade, but also through that door. So, down here we go. To this room is a health restoration and missile recharge. Unfortunately, it is only for regular missiles, not the super missiles. So, unless I felt like going all Rambo style and, you know, dismissing all of those missiles, probably best we don't waste our time opening that door. Ah. You son of a... Ah. Yeah, I might be good at this game now, but that doesn't mean I don't have annoying bits here. And ordinarily, you're supposed to come here with the super high jump, but going through this, now we have access to the Spazzer Beam. Or, as some of you who are well known to the randomizers, it's less of a Spazzer Beam and more of a Spazer Beam. Yeah. Ah! Let go of me, you vile fiend. Now, I've heard that there are ways of how you can use these power-ups in order to make attacking quite interesting. For example, if I were to remove the Spazzer Beam and just have the charge shot, if I duck down and turn into a Morph Ball, I unleash a cavalcade of bombs. And I believe the same thing goes if you have charge and one other beam, in this case Spazzer Beam. heard there was a way of how you can get a special different type of attack of sorts. Must be remembering it differently. Now, this area, ordinarily, once again, you would need to high jump to get through here. But if you have a good enough running start, and more importantly, your head doesn't butt against that ceiling there, you can still be able to gain access to Craig's lair. Almost said Craig's lair. And if that were the case, can't get access to this room yet. So, we may as well make our way through here. And there is another thing we could get from over here. I believe, if memory serves, the only thing we would get from here would be something that would require power bombs in order to gain access to there. Yep. So, no point in going there. Save point room to the right. We don't need to worry about that, so let's just move onward from here. Who in the world is... Oh, good lord. Of course, it would be Kraid's awful son that would be doing all this. Should have known. Let it be known, everyone. Parents of awful sons are the sons of awful sons. I had a philosophy thingamadoodle. Go in there, and I immediately lost it. I don't know if I am able to pull this off, but we will see. It's time to face off against our first actual boss. Say hello to Kraid. Oh, I almost got the quick kill. I hesitated. How dare I hesitate? Not that it matters, because at this point, Kraid is so simple. Anyone could easily defeat him if you have the right proper training. So what's our main reward for getting this? Our first suit upgrade, Fire Mail. In this case, it is the Varia suit. Having this makes it so any heated rooms that would normally tick away damage mean nothing to you. Keep it in mind, though, that while we have free access to heated rooms naturally, we still don't have ways to protect ourselves from lava yet. Also, said before, I'll say it again. Kraid's awful son, you bastard. But yes, I believe there is still one more thing that I need to get here. Unfortunately, the one item from here I have no access to yet without the aid of some power bombs. So, until then, we can head over to this room and grab some items here. Oh no! These bugs are leeching on me! Whatever should I do? Well, that's okay. Usually the best approach is to let them all grab onto you and then just fire a missile at them, and then they easily falter. yes, now that we have taken care of that, we can make our way down here to a new area. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Norfair. So what is Norfair, you ask? You might say it could be, in a weird way, the center of the Earth, or in this case, the center of the planet, and theoretically speaking, that wouldn't be wrong. But yes, you can see in the background the wavy lines. This is a heated room. For example, I'm going to disable my various suit. I am slowly but surely taking damage, which means, obviously, heated rooms are bad news, but having this on, I'm perfectly fine. Which again, was this necessary to do it the order I did? Of course not. You're not really supposed to be doing it that way. That's just how I did it. So doing that just so I don't need to worry about having to go through that whole section over again and need to worry about killing that one enemy. And now the actual items, gravity boots, in this case the high jump boots, because let me just show, without them on, disable high jump. This is my normal jump height, seems kind of bleh. But once I have it equipped, get so high, I even butted my head on that area. But now that that's out of the way, we can now move onward to far better locations. And I will use a save point here, because there's no problem. And I believe the map room that I am looking for here is there. However, in order to gain access to it, I will need a power bomb. But, remember when I mentioned all the bits about using a mock ball? Guess what? It's time to use it at least one more time. But of course, that requires me actually doing it properly. There we go. Now, are you supposed to do it like this? Obviously, of course not, but since I am doing randomizers of this game, it usually helps to prepare for this kind of thing early on. But yes, now that I'm able to gain access to this room, no problem. Let's make our way through here. So, what was all the hubbub going through here? The ice beam. And with this, it can serve as one of two ways. Either as added damage, obviously, or, in some cases, to freeze your enemy. And if you don't have a way to gain higher access to the ground area, you can freeze the enemies in place and use them as platforms. Unfortunately, this is about all I can do in this area. So let's head on out of here. And I didn't kill that other enemy. Such a shame. That's okay. Now it's dead. There is another area to the bottom, but as you saw, in order to do that, we would need power bombs. We still do not have access to that yet. So we will forego all of that. Continue onward through here. By the way, I should mention, when I say 100% completion, I mean item collection. I am not going to include 100% coverage of the map. If you're into that sort of thing, good for you. I am not. But yeah, just to show, number one, there was an item down there, which was missile packs. But number two, despite having the Varia suit, we still do not have lava protection yet. Just casually make our way through there. I don't think so. Alright. And now, with a high jump, we can gain access to different areas here. Dang it. There we go. Again, much easier to get into areas like this if you have the high jump. And of course, there is an item down below. And by item below, I mean a platform there that you can use for much easier access to that. But we'll worry about that later, since number one, we have another energy pack there, or reserve pack, and a pack of missiles. Yeah. So now that's been taken care of. Moving onward to the next area. Ah! How upsetting. Ah! Damn it. Now, of course, the main question is, do I have to do it this way? You, of all people, should know. Of course not. But I love doing it this way. It's almost as if I like playing randomizers. Ah. Ah! At least I took care of that enemy out of the way. Ah! There we go. Yeesh! And of course, I probably could have done this by IBJing my way. I feel like this is a far more reliable way of doing so. Also, recharge station via killing all the enemies there, if you felt like doing it. So, what could possibly be over here in this area? Well, there are actually two items we can get here. Number one, pack of missiles over there. Number two, probably the more important reason you would be over here, the speed boost, or Godspeed shoes. For a moment, I thought it almost said goo speed shoes. As you would expect with this, you go supremely fast. And considering we still don't have access to the gravity suit that makes us immune to lava. Probably for the best that we got this. And there's still a few more things that we can do to continue onward from here. Obviously, number one, take care of that. Number two, we have a couple items that we can get from here. Damn it. Let's try this again. Okay, so we got that. That was number one. Number two, all the way over here, which again, you would normally need the grapple beam normally to get through there. But since we have the speed boost, we're able to get through that, no problem. We have access to the wave beam. What's so special about the wave beam other than power increase to your beams? This one is intangible to certain areas to cross through. Hence, it goes through platforms, and more importantly, if we needed to attack beams from a different side, we could be able to do so from there. Alright, I'm thinking of this area where there's two of them. Because ordinarily, I think I needed, like, what? 5 beams, and then, once it was frozen, an extra beam just to take it out. But yeah, you can already tell there was a power increase from doing so with that. And there's actually one more thing that I can get from over here, which is a missile pack. But if memory serves, is there really anything else I could do here? Been so long since I've taken this path. Ah! Okay, so I guess there was. This goes to show how much I know. So, why was I contemplating about whether or not this path was worth it or not? That's a power bomb area. Normally, we cannot gain access to that. And if we went down here, it would basically just be a runaround way to get to the other side from going under, around, and then back up. However, if we go to the left, we have a speed boost room in order for us to gain quicker access back to the save point room over there, which we may as well show off, since we have a lovely little speed boost to help us get through there. Absolutely obliterates enemies. Plus, after all the items that we got, we may as well use this as an opportune time to save. And then from there, we can make our way down here. Ordinarily, in fact, this is a good opportunity to show you the power of the wave beam. I'm going to disable wave. We would need a way how to gain access to that. Ordinarily, it would be impossible to do so. Unless you're really good at fast movement and manipulation. But with the power of wave beam, not a problem. And it's important that we go this way because we're going to meet mini-boss where you don't necessarily have to beat him in order to progress onward, but it would help. Which is why the next area we are going to explore... actually, yeah. Next area we're going to explore is down here. And we are going to visit a good buddy of ours. Say hello to Crocomire. Unfortunately, if we had a certain other beam, we could easily be able to fend him off no problem. But yeah, usually you can push him back much farther with some super missiles. Oh boy. So yeah, really, this guy is technically impossible to kill, so of course you would need to rely on acid to finish him off. But yes, going all the way there, when you really should have grappling hook beam, you could be able to go over there to get an energy pack, but I felt lazy enough to do that. And the main reason why you need to push Crocomire in there is because if it doesn't do great damage to you, those spikes would otherwise be instant death. So we just say, screw that noise and moved onward from there. I'm just going to do that. I want to be rid of you. Aha. I see. There we go. Easier access. And get through there. Now we have access to the power bombs. They're just like regular bombs, but as their name would imply, much more powerful. In fact, just to prove a point, we'll make our way through here. Obliterate that area. And if we go here, over to the side, we have another acid area. But making our way through here gives us a free missile pack. Quickly, making our way through there. Haha. You will not stop me, Acid. We gain access to this small area. Now, ordinarily, this would be a little bit tricky to go to, did we not gain access to the speed boost. So, going all the way up here gets us a missile pack. Because again, didn't feel like going through all that nonsense. However, the real treasure was the friends we made along the way. No, it's right over here where we gain access to the grappling beam. This beam can serve one of two purposes, I feel. Also, if I'm going to go for speed movement, probably best I do it from over here. Ah. Certainly tried. Obviously, either to grab onto those bolt-looking things that the grapple beam can hook onto, or probably what it's... I feel like it's more more or less useful for grabbing items from far enough distance. And yes, I probably could have gone all the way back to that previous area and climbed up, but then I want to have restocked my power bombs, and that would just be silly. And of course, the room just below me was a save room, which we're easily going to gain access to another one of those later on. Not too concerned about that. Now we hop on up. And we are now able to move onward. Another save point just to the lower right, by the way. But yeah, remember that one missile pack we saw earlier? Unless we either had the space jump or the grapple beam, we couldn't get to it. But now that we do have a grapple beam, use it to swing across. The moment you let go, hope your momentum takes you across. And from there, we are once again back to the start of Norfair. And I do believe... Well, there actually is one other item we can get for now, which I suppose I should probably go ahead and be rid of it. But more importantly, let's gain access to the save room. And by save room, I mean the map room. Because, yeah, there was a whole bunch of nothing down there, and it says there was an item to that right that I didn't collect earlier. That was the energy pack, and as far as the one just to the upper right of that, that is an energy room. Like an energy restock room. So, yeah, didn't need to worry about that. The only other thing we need to worry about is just to the left, if memory serves. So now we're going to go through this room yet again, only this time there's no longer a need for Mock Ball, since now we have full access to the speed boost. And more importantly, with the power bomb, we now have access to this area. And not gonna lie, getting the item from here is a bit of a bitch. And actually, I'm gonna get rid of you so you will not be an issue. Like I said, this item is a bit of a bitch to get. Let alone traversing our way back up is a bitch. And if you were wondering, if you hadn't already guessed, based on the map room, which I'll bring up, if we were to continue down all the way there, we would just find a way how to speed boost our way back to the Crocomire area. So, other than that, we are not missing anything else. And at least for this part of Norfair, we are done exploring. There we go. Find a way how to get rid of that enemy. So now that we are done exploring there, there is one other place in Norfair we haven't gone to yet, the lower section. Unless you get the gravity suit, that makes you not only able to move through without getting slowed down, but also prevent you from taking damage from the lava. It is highly suggested that you avoid Lower Norfair for the time being. And yes, we can gain access to Meridia. For now, since we lack mobility in the water, let's just promptly ignore that, and instead make our way through here. Now, ordinarily, this would be a pain and a half to go through. However, if we remembered to get the Ice Beam, it does make traversing your way up here much easier. Also, remember when I said we would need access to the Power Bomb in order to gain access to this room? Not only can we do that, but since we also have the Grappling Beam, we can actually do that. Yeah, screw you two enemies. So what could be so important that we are going through here? Well, ordinarily, I used to think this was a terrible item, but I found in the randomizer, if you have the Charge and Plasma Beam, it's your best friend for life. The Holy Glasses, or in this case, the X-Ray Beam. Using this makes it so... Number one, its primary use would be so you can see hidden items or hidden walls that you ordinarily wouldn't be able to see otherwise. More importantly, if you want it to be your best friend, once you get the final beam, all you have to do is charge the beam at your enemy. Well, you know what? I'm going to leave that as a secret for later on, because it will play a vital part later on for certain bosses. Although, if memory serves, I think the only time we would get to use it on a boss that will reliably hit on it, I don't think it does that much great damage, so... It's a shame. You usually get to see it better off in randomizers, but now... we have an Ice Beam. We can make our way up in here. Also, how is it going, Shadow Derby? Saw the donation of the points. There you go. And we could use another Power Bomb to backtrack our way through there. Considering where we will end up once we are done with this section, what's the point? Especially since this other path will immediately help us traverse our way through there anyway. So first things first, gonna blow that up. So we got power bombs, and behind here, another missile pack. Oh, nice. That's good to hear. I should probably buy some new games myself, but then again, my mother's birthday is going to be on Monday, so I should probably think about others before I think about myself. You know, unless, of course, I want to be that much of a dickhead, which I do admit I am a dick. I'm not a flat-out asshole, so probably for the best I think about others first. But yes, we gain access to this room here. What's the bloody point of all this, you might ask? If you didn't have the power bombs, absolutely nothing. If you have power bombs, access to more power bombs. And then, once we explore our way up here, we'll reach a room that in itself means nothing really, but on the way back will mean everything. Oh, absolutely. Whereas in my case, I don't necessarily need to worry about birthdays as much as I do need to worry about Christmas and stuff. Which again, thankfully, I am well versed in that. So we have a few areas to explore. Aim towards the upper right, and you can use the Shine Spark to make your way up in this area. So what's the point of going through here? If you said you didn't like the amount of power bombs you had and wanted more, then good news! We got just what you need here. And if I time this right... Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to enter a room that many speedrunners or casual randomizer players love to call the Gauntlet. No, you don't. Make our way through here. Not a problem. Grabbing this gets us a health pack. Ow. But you think, what's the point of the Gauntlet if that's all you do? That was just the first part. Because if we keep exploring this area... Make our way through here. Gonna remove all that. If you are directly in the center here and aim down, after jumping, of course, I'm gonna have to redo that section. If you were to stand directly in the center, you'd be able to break both of these apart and gain access to both items, which is the missiles. But yes, having to go through all that over and over again is more than likely why that room, or series of rooms rather, has been given a nickname, the Gauntlet. But at least the good news is, since we backtracked here, once we're done, we can go back to the lower blue Brinstar area and do some backtracking. Although, speaking of backtracking, I will admit that was pretty impressive there. But yeah, once again, we will have to trek our way through the Gauntlet. Hey. I know you are looking forward to munching on me, but you will do no such thing. Do you hear me? I'm actually, this time around, gonna bide my time. Up until now. Blast my way through there. And then wait until... Ah! Ugh, I'm so bad at this. So bad at this, I can't believe I even thought about doing randomizers in the first place. I'm a terrible person. But yes, this time around, since we weren't able to get them this time around, now we'll cling to the right to do at, and by right I mean left. Of course I know my right's from left. Also, didn't necessarily mean to do that, but free power bomb access, I suppose. But yeah, after having to go through all of that nonsensical BS, just to save myself the trouble, let's head back to our ship, so that way we can refuel. Down we go. And recharge, so that way we definitely don't have to do the Gauntlet all over again. Oh, I lost my fast movements there. Boo. Oh well, at least good news is, now that I practically have everything that I need in order to clear out anything and everything, practically, now's a good time to head back down here. So that way we can get all of the goodies we missed early on. Alright, so there are a few set of things that we can get over here. Number one, if we use a power bomb, we can gain access to another set of power bombs. And also, remember that one area from Green Brinstar after leaving Pink Brinstar that you could jump over to gain access to this room? That's basically what connects over to there. Unless we wanted quicker access to the speed boost room with the gravity suit from that angle, I wouldn't worry too much about that. But more importantly, now that we have both the speed boost and also... Oh yeah, I forgot. We didn't grab this last time. We can do that, because ordinarily, if an enemy was able to spawn there, we would be able to gain access to that early on. But by eliminating that and building up our speed, we could miss that completely. As I was saying, we can make our way up here. And if we time our jumps just right, I should probably disable the high jumps. Not saying, I'm just saying. And I didn't even jump at that time. Or I did, and the game didn't bother telling me until it was too late. That makes total sense. There we go. Let's try this now. There we go. Invisible platforms, but more importantly, welcome to the Billy Mays room, where you get, for all your troubles, a free missile pack, and order now, and we'll throw in a second missile pack, free. If you're wondering why it's even bothered to be called the Billy Mays room, don't ask. Even I don't know. And if you didn't have the speed boost, the only other way you could gain access through here is with a crap ton of... There we go. With a crap ton of power bombs. Because by then, you would have to bomb your way through here, jump all the way up, and then right below there, use a power bomb to blow that up, and then just re-explore the areas from there. But yes, that will take care of that section. So next up, ride in the elevator so we can go back to Brinstar. Or actually, no. Let's not go back to Brinstar. At this point, if we want to do less backtracking, the best possible area we can go is the next area that the game wishes to direct us at. The wrecked ship. So let's just climb our way up here. And now that has all been taken care of, let's go pay a visit to our dear old friend. Who else would it be but Fantoon? Or, thanks to how Tracker keeps track of the name, as I like to call him, Futon. So probably just switch over to that, so we can get you open, but more importantly, restock on all our supplies there. Not too concerned about a save, considering the suits we have and the health we have. We should be fine. Because now that we have power bomb access, we can use that to move onward here. And ordinarily, if you were careful enough, you can be able to jump over there and just barely be able to gain access to those missiles without too much hassle. But yeah, I'm done showing off. Let's actually grab them the way the game is intending for you to do so. And yeah, be careful of those cracked grapple beam areas, because while you can grapple onto them, after enough times they will temporarily disappear. So be forewarned of that. But going through here, we get even more missile packs. Blasting our way through here. Be able to eliminate that immediately. But yeah, trying to go our way through here without a reliable way to maneuver through the water kind of sucks. Man, if only we had a way how to defy the laws of physics and be able to make our way through the water and not being able to get slowed down by that. But where will we find something like that in this game? Well, there's a whole bunch to explore here. Unfortunately, because the power's out, there's not much we can do in here except to grab this missile pack here. So now that's all taken care of. We can now move onward down here. And heading on over to the right, after using that, of course, it's time to meet our dear old buddy, Fantoon. Also, we have a pretty decent weapon here. So long as we have it charged, we could be able to phase our way through all these flame attacks of sorts. Which is relatively good, especially if we're low on health and want to make sure you can be able to survive your way through the barrage of them from there. Oh man, how did I take a hit? Oh well. At least we made our way through there. Oh man, Fantoon. You know, it might just be me. I think he's a bit angry. Maybe it's just me, but I get the feeling he's a bit angry right now. I mean, he went from a subtle green to more of a brighter and darker shade of red at this point. Yeah, I don't think he's screwing around this time. He wants me dead. And I think, yeah, at this point, don't want to play around with him. One more direct hit from the super missile should theoretically take him out. And if not, well, you see what happens when you're not supposed to shoot a super missile at him. Which is right now. So yeah, hope you have that charge beam so you can dodge this barrage here. Because otherwise, my god, will it suck. Maybe I should have waited until later to use that. But at this point, now it's a guarantee that the next super missile fire he takes will, in fact, kill him. Like so. Farewell, Fantoon. Now go and rest on your futon. And by defeating Fantoon, all the power he sucked away from the wrecked ship is now restored back in. Well, of course, if there was something strange in your neighborhood, who would you call? If you said a vampire of sorts, first off, yay for you. Second of all, what the hell is wrong with you? Why would you call a spook to take care of another spook? But yes, now that all the power has been restored, we can explore these areas, where we get more access to super missiles. And over here, we have a bit of a gauntlet to go through. Ow. Jerk. There is only one way to deal with those weird eyeball enemies of sorts. In order to do that, we would need to get a beam that we don't have yet. But going through here gets you access to even more super missiles. Got our way through there. that'll be an area where we can move onward later to Meridia. For now, probably the most important thing, so we don't need to go up against Futon yet again. The save room. And then, once we go through here, the next thing we gotta do is take out each and every last one of these nasty bug creatures and floating atoms. Because these are all locked doors, which can only mean one thing. Only when all the enemies have been destroyed will they unlock. The best way to do that is to clear out all the enemies, starting at the right, then work your way to the left, so that way the exit is open, the way back is open, and more importantly, the next item we want to get, that path is open. How dare you shoot me with that weird eye beam? I feel offended. But yes, doing all that gets you access to more missile packs. And the best part is, since I already took care of these enemies, not even going to bother fighting against any of them. And we could just move past all that. Now, if memory serves, you can take the faster approach, and if you know the proper location, do a speed boost and shine spark your way very close to the item, and then immediately gain access to that area. You have to be very precise while doing that. Also, notice this area I'm sitting on. Did you know that there was a super missile area that you could destroy from there? Well, now you do. Also, stand back up, so that way we can move onward from here. Because the next area we need to explore is over yonder. Take care of all these enemies along the way. Blip, blip, blip. Such a pain having to deal with all these. And now, time to swing, swing, swing our way across. Now it's going to get a little bit tricky, if only because now we got all that there. But the good news is we already made a pass there. So now we're going to get a firm grasp on our bat, thanks to this Chozo statue, and move forward. Plus, I'll be honest with you all, I see the whole bird thing now. I can see the glowing thing is the eye with the beak and everything. I always thought the glowing eye was an ear and the beak was a face growing up. But then again, I never did really get to play the first game on a Nintendo up until, like, what, my late teens, early 20s. So, take that for what you will, I suppose. But But yeah, could you believe all that for just a missile? Kind of boring when you think about it. Well, don't you worry, because if we speed boost our way up here, we will gain access to a reserve tank. But was that really the best we can get from all this? Well, if you didn't get the subtle hints I was getting, now we have the holy symbol. In this case, now we have the gravity suit. Anything and everything that used to slow us down in water will feel like nothing to us. Plus, the added benefit is when we head back to Norfair, any and all lava we step into, now we won't take damage from that. So yeah, I knew there was at least one of you there. Yes, now that we have the gravity suit, maneuvering our way through the water is easy peasy lemon squeegee. And your first instinct would be to go through the store. But if you went up here, there's another item you can get. And this gives us another E-can. Or E-tank. However you want to pronounce it. I just feel like dissolving into Life Vessel, Heart Vessel, because, you know, ALUCARD from Symphony of the Night. Which reminds me, next chance I get, I should probably try all the other customizable characters and see if they have any special item descriptions, which, sadly, I don't think many of them do. Which, when you look back on it, is kind of sad. But, what you gonna do about it? All you have to do is maneuver your way through here. Use a power bomb in here. And now we have an elevator, which, thanks to our gravity suit, we will have no problem maneuvering our way through here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Meridia. Memory serves, this is a save point, so why not use it now? There we go. And because we have all but one beam, all these enemies are proven to be little to no threat at this point. Yes, I don't feel like being chow for any other monster here, so let's skip that. And there is an item that we can get in here. Unfortunately, until we are able to defeat dragon, that is locked out from us. So, let's instead make our way down here. And there are several different things that we can do at this point. For now, however, we're just gonna ignore all of that and just continue onward through here. I honestly cannot wait until we get a certain item to move forward. And ordinarily would not deal with this room. Since it's this base game, may as well. It's the map room for Meridia. We have quite the area to explore here. But, considering my quote-unquote expertise when it comes to Super Metroid, this would prove to be little to no issue for me. Also, does this room look familiar to you? Well, it should. But yeah, once you use a power bomb, you blow that area up and gain access to the other, probably more well-known entrance to Meridia. But yes, now it is time for me to shine spark my way through, let's be real here, an annoying section. So let's build up our speed. Lost it. You have to make sure that your character is still charging by the time that you press down. Otherwise, you will not be able to use the Shine Spark. And while this is not hard to do, it is still very much in its own right annoying to accomplish. Yep! And of course, I ducked too late and then, thinking that I already left the room, I exited. I really should not have. Blech. So I have to say in retaliation, just blech. Now let's try this yet again. Can't just gradually stop. You have to come to a sudden stop in order for this to work. There we go. And then align yourself right here. Grab a missile pack from there. Since it is guarded by a speed boost block at the bottom, it's the only way you could be able to get that item down there. Now, to intentionally take damage in order to slow my descent and move to the left, so that way I can gain access to this super missile pack. Come on. There we go. So now, I'm going to move over here to the turtle room. Now, why would you call this room a turtle room, you might ask? Well, let me first off open that up, and then regain momentum of speed. So that way we can make our way down there. there are turtles down here, which would be pretty, fairly obvious at this point. More importantly, if we were to head here, there is an E tank that we need to get from there. Ah. Of course my jump got interrupted. Here we go. Alright. Got it. So now that we got those two items, this room means nothing to us. I mean, why would we want to disturb those turtles there? That'd just be wrong. Also, now we have those pink pirates. I'm not going to deal with them. Oh, but you were able to kill them beforehand. I only did so because of the speed boost. Otherwise, it is fairly annoying to do. But yeah, I learned the hard way. That's the easiest way how to gain access to here. Aside from, you know, just try and be able to grapple beam your way up there with enough momentum. That's too much work and pressure, but yeah, the speed boost is the easiest way to do so. Going all the way to the right, got us a missile pack, and then if we head over here to the left, there are still 2 more items for us to grab. As we are being attacked, apparently, by these wannabe Chrono Trigger enemies that you would see in the Omen area. But yes, make our way down here, past that enemy, and we get not just regular, but super missile packs as well. Now that is everything. Get from over there. So now we move back this way. And instead of heading up, we are heading back down. So now we bust open that door. And we have quite a number of items to get here. First things first, we are going to speed boost our way through here. Shine Spark up to get a missile pack. And then immediately afterwards, super missiles. Also, if memory serves, to the right is what did I say it was? Over to the right is energy restoration. Don't need to worry about that for now. However, what I will worry about is safely maneuvering my way through those enemies. But yes, we can see that there is a reserve tank up there. And missile pack there. Yeah, what I'm doing is absolutely crazy. Because I need to find a way how to be able to, number one, be able to make my way up there. while still being able to get through there. And the problem with this is that there is an easier way to do that. There we go. The easier way to do that would be with another item that we will get via the other path once we are able to see Shack Tool. And what is Shack Tool, you might ask? It'll come. It'll come. Much sooner than you expect. For now, since we are closer to the entrance, the second entrance, well-known entrance to Meridia, we may as well just take this path yet again. Yeah. All very simplistic. No problemo whatsoever. And thankfully, because I've already taken care of the speed boost, I don't need to worry about that anymore. So let's just climb our way up here. Come on. And yeah, like last time, just gonna do this. I want to make it that much easier to gain access to here. And then we will retread our way back here. And now this time, instead of the left, we will be heading for the right one. Yeah! I did not want to get out of my morph ball move. This might be a weird thing to say, but I think my controller's a bit busted. Good thing I have spare ones I can use. Should it get too nasty. Yeah. And of course, I don't have to necessarily do it this way. There's the intended way you're supposed to get this. But I love being a show-off here. Alright, I'll try it one more time. Let's see. Ah! If I could actually get to it. Okay. That's all I wanted to do. Just show it off. But, sadly, was not meant to be. Do that, hug the left. All that for Power Bomb. Alright, so now, this time, instead of heading back to the left, we are going to be heading on over to the right side. If I can get out of this fucking sandfall. Rah! And do I even have... And that is with the high jump boots. Come on! So now, the next intended plan is to get rid of that. Yeah. And if I can be able to high jump my way into that hole. There we go. Jesus H flipping tactics. Christ. Should not be that hard. Now, at long last, ladies and gentlemen, here is Shack Tool, otherwise probably more well-known thanks to Emil and everyone else in the TRG community, Buzzsaw Manpants. That, ordinarily, I don't get either one of them, really. Now, you can kill Shack Tool at any time. There's no other way how you can be able to destroy the sand, so you may as well let Shack Tool do its thing. Because once you have free access to this area, fair game. Now, what was the purpose of doing all this? Well, it's a Metroid Prime Pinball Classic. The Spring Ball! What exactly does Spring Ball do? Ordinarily, you would need to be able to... number one, it would help if I was in a place where I could do this. IBJ your way back up. Like so. Or... now, if you press jump while in Morph Ball form, you can be able to make your ball spring upwards. Now, this might not seem like much. Also, out of Prince Ball, killing Shack Tool. While this might not seem like much, to me it means everything, being able to do that. But yes, now that we have explored both sand pit areas, it is time for us to make our way once again back to that same area, only this time let's head towards the upper left so we can be able to take on Batwoon. And Batwoon is not a major boss. However, unlike Spore Spawn, this is a mini-boss you have to take down in order to progress onward. Unless, of course, you were playing a combo randomizer, in which case, so long as you have access to the Dark World, you can skip that fight altogether. Yeah. Make our way through there. Ah! Taking needless damage! My apologies. Having to talk for so long is giving me quite the phlegmy, dry throat. But what more do you expect from all this? At this point, we all know what comes with the territory. I did not even get a chance to properly check it out. Do I... oh! Well, you know, I do have all 4 reserve tanks. Sweet. Now that we know, I can just go right here. No, empty whatsoever. Woo! Make our way through here. And this time around, not only will we destroy that, but we'll actually use this save point right here. This time, we will be hugging this side to climb up and take care of these Metroids that looking a bit awkward, if you ask me. So, whether it was an official term by the Nintendo developers or not, I'm going to call them Metroids. And let's gain some speed so we can burst our way through there. There we go. And now it's time for us to go up against Batwoon. That's 4 super missiles. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 super missiles. We'll finish off Batwoon. Not a problem. We'll take care of all of these enemies along the way for an E-can, which I will gladly accept. And there was actually 2 ways to get it. Either there, the fast way, or if you wanted to, if you had the spring ball, you could just make your way through this mini little maze. But you know what? As I said before, if you have ways of showing off and making it through there, why would you choose the other path? That just seems weird. So may as well restock on health while I can. Hate the quicksand here. There is a way how to counteract that. Unfortunately, one of the prime items we would need in order to do so, we do not have. Yet. Thankfully, we soon will. So, all we have to do next, make our jump across here. We, number one, have access to a save room here and a missile room. No, not a missile room. I believe it's a health room just to the right. Although, we already have that, so why would we want to do that? And then we head right here. These spikes aren't real, so you don't need to worry about them. Let alone here. More importantly, go here. We have ourselves yet another missile pack. Do that and get rid of this. And now, it is time for us to take on Dragon. Right. Get rid of all that. Now, here's the thing. You can do one of 2 things against this boss, based on the regular OG game. You can either try to go against him the honest, honorable way, or, if you remember to take out those things, get grabbed by him, arm yourselves with the grapple beam, then once you are within range, that, which I wasn't really good at doing that there. It's usually easier if he comes from the right side to do it. And he didn't do it. What about from here? Here we go. It's much easier to make it happen if he's doing it from him grabbing you from the right side. Because this tactic I'm doing will do minor damage to you, but it'll do critical damage to him. By laying the grapple beam onto here and holding it there, he takes massive damage from here. There is only one other way how to deal massive damage to him. That requires the use of the plasma beam and the charge beam, as well as the X-ray scope. But unfortunately, we do not have access to that. So instead, we get one of the more useful items, the space jump. With this, IBJs are no longer necessary. All we have to do is just well-timed jumps in order to make sure we keep jumping repeatedly from here. And believe me, especially now that we are dealing with the sand pits, this will be an absolute must-to-have. Let alone trying to maneuver our way out of the quicksand. Yes, now we'll actually show off the energy healing room. I don't think it fills up any reserve tanks if they haven't been used yet or not. But yeah, if you were at, say, worst case scenario, one energy tick left, and you use there, it's a full heal, so you don't need to worry about that being stingy. But yes, now that we defeated Dragon, this door is now unlocked. Thank you for the bits there, Omega. No need to cry, Eizen. I think that was... Actually, I think that was the belated sound of Dragon as I was electrocuting him with the grapple beam. Yes, now we are back in this room, and now we have a much important need for going in here. Because all we need to do is go into here, and then we will gain access to a whole new item if my space jump will allow me to do so. Thank you. There we go. Ah, crap. We're locked in this room, and we can't deal any damage to them. What do we do? Never fear. The plasma beam is here. The only other thing that'll kill them, aside from plasma beam, and for obvious reasons, if it wasn't already noteworthy at the time, is the Shine Spark or Speed Boost, if you are lucky enough to have the rune to do it. But also the Screw Attack, since we don't have enough room for a Speed Boost, let alone the Screw Attack at this point. The Plasma Beam is the next best thing that'll do the job. So now we just hug the left wall, and once again, make our way down, down, down. As apparently our hand is sticking through the wall. Yeah, let's let's take a quick look at the map. I believe that's an energy, if not missile pack, over... or missile refill room, I should say. So, like an energy refill or missile refill room. So, we're not missing anything there. I believe that is everything for there. All we would see from that area that I haven't explored that goes up, all that will give us is, if memory serves, just access to Red Brinstar, which we don't need to worry about that. So yes, I believe we are done with this area. More importantly, now that I have space jump, screw you, sand falls. God, I freaking hate the sand falls. They are so fucking annoying. Yes, one thing I should mention, this was probably fixed in later games. With the plasma beam, you can't have the spazzer beam. With the spazzer beam, you can't have the plasma beam. So, we are sacrificing the spazzer beam for use of the plasma beam. Considering the immense amount of damage it does, I'd say that's a small price to pay. But let's see. Next up is heading back to Norfair. Yeah, I think in Metroid 4, aka Fusion and beyond, they fixed that problem, but yeah, you definitely can't use that in the OG game. Actually, now I remember, you definitely can't use it in an OG game because, if memory serves, you are limited to one beam only. Anyway, so there you go. And I have not played Return of Samus, Metroid 2, so I can't even say if that's still a thing in that one. But yes, definitely in 3, you had to choose between either Spazzer or Plasma, and for obvious reasons, we're sticking with Plasma all the way. But thankfully, I already got the item that was there, so I don't need to worry about having to deal with that shenanigans. And since we never got to show off this room the first time around, why not use it? Because the next best way how we can advance forward is to move to the right from here. So let's go ahead and do just that. Now, could you imagine trying to maneuver your way through there without the gravity suit? That would just be hell on earth, I'd say. Also, now that we are here, it's time for us to put this room to good use. Because with the added help of gravity and Various suit, we have immunity to lava, and more importantly, you definitely could get up here with IBJ, but with the space jump, we definitely have access to Lower Norfair. So yeah, before anything else, get rid of that. And now, downward we go. And apparently, I came to a sudden realization about this like a month or two ago. I still say it's kind of bullshit regardless. You go in here and you drain all of the acid that's there safely and be able to move forward from there. The bullshit about this, the game is somehow coded in so that this only works if you got the space jump. So why is it that big a deal for me in base game? It's not a big deal for me in base game. It's a big deal for me in a randomizer where if you have nowhere else to explore, and that's your only option, that just screws you over. Speaking of screwing you over, damn it. Now I have to go back and get that item yet again. Until then, I'm going to get my Super Missile Pack here. Plus, I did that whole bit wrong. There we go. Well, that would have been a safe area to go to. Yeah, but more importantly, if you had the plasma beam, it makes slicing your way through this boss no problem. Go, and now we gain access to the screw attack. It is basically exactly like using a space jump, only let me put it to you this way and temporarily disable screw attack. If I was to use a charge beam and use this is kind of like a proto screw attack. Here, with a screw attack, it's a permanent thing. And the reason I say a proto screw attack is because if you were to use a charge beam attack with that, and it was hitting an enemy, that would only be useful against that one attack. Because afterwards, you would then immediately lose your charge. Whereas here, yeah, you won't lose it so long as you keep spin jumping. So now, unfortunately, I have to do some serious backtracking just so I can gain access to that goddamn missile pack. Again, if I was just showcasing where everything is, no problem. This is technically a 100% completion run, so naturally I have to go back and get it. And of course, going up here, we gain access to the famous, I don't know how you want to pronounce it, Mickey Mouse room. By going all the way here, we gain missile pack. Who knows? Maybe it's because you see the Mickey Mouse ears. Maybe it's because you see the heart eyes and such, or just hearts. The heart eyes. Heart eyes, motherfucker. But yes. Either way, we gain access to that. And we could backtrack by power bombing our way down there, but again, because I'm missing that missile pack, I have to go back and get them from here. So yay, fun times. So abound, you don't even know. Thankfully, acid's already drained, so we only needed to worry about doing that once. Thank you. It is not that difficult. Why did you have to be so difficult? Rah. Also, what am I doing? That is just a save point. I can worry about that later. Is that really necessary? Probably not. But whatever. I don't know what you're thinking. If you were saying earlier, what quick access? You can't gain access through there. Power bomb. Ah. So much for that speed boost. Not speed booster, speed boost, just a speed boost. Yes, now we are able to move forward from here. And this time, we are moving to the right. Through there painlessly as possible, and heading down here is what lets us move forward to face against the bosses to end all bosses, and yet is not even an end boss. So why don't we go ahead and save right here. From there. And head on over. To here. There we go. Get rid of all that, so we have even more power bombs. Hey, perfect timing there. Perfect timing there. Honestly, I was expecting to do more than just one charged plasma shot, so yay me. And of course, if you didn't have enough materials to help you get through here, this is the perfect area to grind for multiple items and such, so I'm just gonna actually, because I feel like I have plenty as is, just move onward from there. So blip, bloop, and blop. Despite the many usages of what have you. Going through there. Ah. So how's it going there, Riddles? Been sleeping good? Trying to sleep? Ah. Now, there are two ways how Ridley can die in this fight. Either one, you take him out the natural way, and he just depletes his health, or if you manage to drain enough of his health, he will grab you and go for a bit of a kamikaze style attack. Now, I don't think I have enough of his health drained in order to do this, but I will certainly try. Still not enough. I'm surprised. I thought that would have been enough. Oh, I think he's trying to go for it now. Or if he was, that has come to pass. No, he really does not want to go for the kamikaze attack. So yeah, at this point, I best take him down now. Otherwise, I don't even know what to tell you. Here we go. Because that's what's supposed to happen with that. Did enough damage that I killed him. So we arrive just to realize it's too late, the baby is gone. But at least we get a parting gift from Ridley, which is an energy tank. And a good thing too, because holy shit, we were teetering... Blech! So close to belching. Teetering so close to getting our ass handed to us. Yes, enough of that. So now, technically speaking, we already have everything that we need in order to complete the game. And by complete, I obviously am talking about beating the game. But we are not here to just beat the game. We want to see that 100% completion score at the very end. And who knows, maybe if we're lucky, we'll beat it fast enough that we get to see OG Zero Suit Samus. Knowing me, I will not be surprised if we end up getting Samus opening up her visor, giving the thumbs up. Now, we burst our way through there. Inside that, we get ourselves yet another heart container. And by heart container, I mean energy tank. It's almost like I am confusing this with the other SNES game that I will be playing, but that'd just be silly otherwise. Let me up there, you. And yeah, there is another item to the right, but we'll gain access to that sooner or later. Don't you worry. So yes, now, in order to proceed onward here, you don't necessarily need the spring ball to get here, but it will make traversing your way through here that much more helpful. Because yeah, even if we were able to destroy that, we needed to stand on top of those blocks in order to gain access to it. So even if I did go to the right, it would have meant nothing in the end. next thing is to go in here where we grab ourselves yet even more missile packs. So now that that has all been taken care of, now we can maneuver our way back to here. And more importantly, be able to backtrack our way back to the beginning. And I believe the fastest way to get there would be to go down here and head towards there via the speed boost room, which is actually right here. I don't know why I thought it was down below. So before anything else, let me just double check. Already got the energy tank that was there, despite what the map will tell you. So yeah, all of Norfair is taken care of. Oh yes, that's right. Wait. Now that we have power bombs, we can actually get the one bomb that is over here. Or at least on one area that's blocked by a power bomb. And this gets us access to Big Shock, another missile pack. I think now I understand why Trekker is always so adamant about, don't you have enough of these already? I forgot that there were so many of them in this game. Yes, now we can be able to move onward from there. What am I missing from here? Ah, yes, there's the wave beam room. And then access down below and to the right. And what? Oh, right, Spore Spawn. We don't need to worry about Spore Spawn. Let's make our way through here. Climb, zip, climb. Also, as a fair warning, if you're going to be doing a randomizer of Super Metroid, whether it be base game or combo bit, if you have the screw attack, be careful where you use it, because if you don't have a high enough jump and need to secure a safe footing, that will be necessary in order to continue onward. Cue to the more you know theme. Apparently, based on what I've seen from the Rift Tracks game, apparently it is not the same theme. But yes, now that we have both the speed boost and the gravity suit, now we can actually gain access to this area. So that's taken care of. Let's build up our speed. So now we have access to yet another energy tank from there. Rip. Get rid of that. So now we can gain access to the wave beam room. Why do people call this the wave beam room, you might ask? Well, because you need a wave beam in order to get through there. That, or if you are exact with weapon manipulation, you can use a super missile in order to gain access to that area. It is incredibly difficult to do, based on what I know, although, if memory serves, I believe, obviously, Pink Kitty Rose, but also Beatus are able to make it look like mere child's play. Which I suppose, take that for what you will. Yes, now that we have access to the power bomb, there's this item that we can get from here. Which is more power bombs. And let me just see here. Okay, so the only other area I can think of is the wall jump room. Or the area close to that wall jump room. But since I am here, this is intentional, because there is a burb I need to free. Damn. Didn't do it right. That's okay. This burb deserves to be free. Which is why I am going to do anything and everything to make sure that it is free. And it is slightly faster than me. That is good to know. Hell yeah! I technically freed it last time, but it was stuck in purgatory because of the blocks at that precise time. So, obviously, I have to make amends. Ah! Too late! Or too soon. Who knows? Too something. I'll say that much. It's too something. Ah! Didn't work. But I will not give up on this. For the stupidest of reasons, I will not give up on this. Unless, of course, I run out of health, in which case, that's why there's an energy recharge room over there. No, too late. Okay, so the other times, it's safe to say it was too soon. So let's give it yet another go. Ah! Too soon. Damn it. Come on, I gotta save my burb friend. I have to clear out both of these blocks in order for me to be able to save my burb friend. So let's give it another go. Nope. I think at that point it would have been too soon for that to be considered a success. Damn it! Too far to the right. Has to be absolutely perfect for it to work. Ah! Yet again, always so close, but not precise. I think regardless of what happens, this will be the last attempt before I need to refill my health. Ah, we got him stuck again. Look at the bright side. At this point, it might move to the so fast to the point where it's practically its own statue with two eyes. I'm so sorry I left you in this purgatory area. But yeah, I spent way too much time as it is here. If I want to attempt to move forward, I gotta do something. Also, I was worried. Why is the sound no longer working in order to move forward with this? But yes, I believe if memory serves, this would be a health recharge station, which I could very well use. Worst case scenario, it's a missile recharge. It's a missile recharge! Well, actually, since I'm here... $230 missiles. Jesus Christ. And again, I shouldn't be too concerned, since we still have one more energy tank to find. So... once we do, that's a full health recharge, so not too concerned. All these worms make me so strong. So strong you don't even know. Woo! Also, guess what? We found it. Also, good thing I had at least one super missile, because that would have been embarrassing. Being able to jump across here, yet not be able to open the door because of a lack of a super missile. Definitely wouldn't know anything about that. Nope. Certainly not. I believe the last item that we get here is some power bombs. Since I am fairly certain at this point I've gotten all the items that can be gotten. So if we go to the map here, the only thing we're missing there is the fight against Spore Spawn, which, why would we do that? Especially if it's not really necessary. So I'm pretty sure this game is connected towards item collection to get 100%. Not necessarily beating all the enemies. See, that's how I'm finding loopholes here. I go over to this map, nothing there in the wrecked ship. Worst case scenario, should it turn out that it's not necessarily everything, I could always just go back to the ship and save. But yes, once you have defeated all of the major bosses, which is Kraid, Futon, or Fantoon, I like calling him Fantoon, Dragon, and of course, Ridley up above, all the gems are destroyed, and more importantly, you finally gain access to the last part of Planet Zebes. Or Zebs. I don't even know how it's pronounced anymore. Zeb! Who are those dweebs anyway? Hey, where's the baby Metroid at? ALUCARD, they're like stealing me or something. Help! Zeb, I think you went that way. Okay, is it sad now that I want to see one of the randomizer developers make a Zeb sprite for Samus in this game? I could totally see it happening. I could totally see it happening. It's not like he didn't have animal forms, charge beams, and what have you. Oh no, I've been eaten. Well, only one thing left to do. Must rely on the power of the power bombs to take them out. Not that it was really that much of a problem. I was going to plan to take them out with the power bombs anyway. They're draining my health like crazy, Zeb. Yeah. Because, yeah, the only other way how you could be able to defeat him, or these Metroids, would be with the use of, obviously, freezing them and then blasting them with a super missile. Obviously, I don't have that many super missiles, so F that noise. Also, the toughest boss you've ever seen. Seriously, it took all of my ounce and strength to defeat that mini-boss. Seriously, that's like about as dangerous as fighting against Waddle Doo in the arena. And it's not even a Waddle Doo, it's Waddle Dee! Oh no, I'm getting my health drained. Whatever shall I do? Oh, I guess I'm dead. But no, just before it's able to kill me, the baby remembers its mama. Well, what can we do at this point? Aside from going in here, no missiles to recharge, which is sad. We could use some super missiles. Instead, we just get normal missiles, which I may as well attempt to save them for the final boss, which, big shock, if you haven't already seen all the other randomizers, let alone been living under a rock, it's Mother Brain. Yep. Let's go ahead and take out the mother of all brains, Mother Brain. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Now all that's left for us to do is to take out Mama Brain herself. I mean, it's just a brain that's just stationary. What's the worst that could happen? I mean, down goes Mother Brain. What's the problem? Here's a shocker. It's not just a brain. It's a brain with a body! I know, the most fiercest type of enemies you could face. I was prepared to fight against a brain, not a brain with a body! Yeah, may as well use up all my missiles, because when the hell else am I going to use them? Now, at this point, all we have left to deal damage to Mother Brain is our charged Super Missile. And by Super Missile, I mean beams. There we go. Gonna do that, and I'm gonna see if I can apply a bit of a tactical thingamadoodle here, which actually I used too much health, so it's not gonna work. Well, look at this, ALUCARD's dancing! He's dancing! He's dancing! Oh well, guess it's over here. Oh! No, it's not. The baby, realizing that we are in danger, decides to attack the Mother Brain. Draining the Mother Brain of any and all power that she once had. And now that Mama Brain's been defeated, the baby is going to do anything and everything in its power to heal us back to full health. But there's just one problem. While the Metroid did do a great deal of damage to Mama Brain, it wasn't enough to defeat it. Because now, Mother Brain is attacking the baby with a vengeance. And as one final plea to save its mama, takes the last hit and gives us the gift of the ultimate murder beam. You got rid of my vampiric Metroid baby. For this, you will pay a terrible price. Brutality. ALUCARD wins. But there's still one problem. Apparently, Mother Brain was what was keeping this whole planet alive. Now that she is gone, the self-destruct sequence has been activated. Now we best hurry if we wish to escape in time. Ah, damn it. Damn it! Probably should have put in the respin ability, but then again, that's more of a fusion bit than it is Super Metroid, and I feel like that would have been going against it. But then again, the same thing could be said about keeping the item get fanfare in. Now, if I do this correctly... Why jump through all these when you can just speed boost your way through there? So now we are almost back to our ship. We have plenty of time to do so, let alone plenty of health to escape. However, I cannot in good conscience just leave things as they are. There's still one room that is open, and by going here, we gain access to this room. And blast open that door so all the animals can be able to escape. Swear to God, if I was playing as either Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, pretty much anyone from the Sonic universe, with the exception of Robotnik, maybe, that's a true ending you get from there. But all we have to do is just board our ship, and ladies and gentlemen, you have there Super Metroid. I'm trying to think, before I move any further, was there a fast forward button? Oh, customize hotkeys. Fast forward is tab. So I'll keep that in mind. The planet could not survive as it was. But as Ian Malkin said in Jurassic Park, since we saved the animals, life finds a way. The operation was completed successfully with a clear time of 2 hours, 13 minutes. I think if we cleared it under 2 hours, maybe 3, get the best ending. Okay, so this is a press and hold. Let's just speed our way through all this. Produced by Deer Force and Team Shikamaru. Oh no, we cleared fast enough! Hell yeah! And there is the OG Zero Suit. Or at least the second OG Zero Suit. I guess you could say the first one would be the purple suit with green hair. Come on, baby. Show us that 100. 99?! What was I missing? Seriously, what was the one item I was missing? Again, it's a good thing I saved prior to this boss fight, but seriously, what did I miss? Now I have to do this just for my own sake. So I'm trying to think, what other item could I be missing? Maybe if I head back to the ship and recharge everything, that might explain what it is I'm missing. So I think I got all the missiles. And don't quote me on this, but I think, keyword being think, I got all the power bombs. So maybe it's super missiles that I'm missing. But again, if that's the case, what could it be? Let's see. Yep, there's a super missile pack apparently that I'm missing. So where could that be then? So I'm pretty sure I got everything, although the game is saying otherwise. Let's go back to Brinstar for a brief second. Seriously, what else am I missing? Unless, no, the game wouldn't force me to go against Spore Spawn if it's not necessary. So yeah, I am all sorts of confuzzled. And I'm pretty sure I got everything from Norfair and Meridia. Maybe there's something I'm missing over at Wreck Ship? So at this point, I am quite literally grasping at straws here. So I got all the items from there. You know, it's a shame that Pastille isn't here. I bet you anything he would have been like, oh, you didn't check this area? Oh, it's super easy. Why'd you not check there, dumbass? Nah. I'm giving myself way too less credit, but at the same time, that's probably something I would say to myself. It's so simple. How'd you miss that, dumbass? Duh. I don't even know at this point. I quite literally do not even know. And that's a sad thing, too, because as far as I'm aware, I'm pretty sure I got everything. But of course, since I'm missing one Super Missile pack, apparently the game is telling me otherwise. Pretty sure that was just an energy area, but at this point, I have to be ready and willing to check anywhere and anything. Because again, I'm pretty sure I got everything from Norfair, so that's pretty much the only other place I can think of checking at this point. So again, way to go there. There. From section. Okay. Just double checking so I know that I am indeed going the right way. Just out of principle at this point. And ordinarily be quite hard to go through unless you had the spring ball. And yeah, that's just a missile room. As I thought, it was a room that wasn't really necessary, so what the hell else could I be missing here? Seeing something over there. That's really the only other place I could think of. Ah. So if that's the case, let me redo the section. Oh no, I missed my jump through there. Who frickin' cares? Ah, damn it. Oh, wait. I don't even think I need to do that. Yeah, I can just go through here. So I can imagine if you fell through the sand pits, that's where you would drop down to here. So what the hell else am I missing? Now, last thing I'll do is double check Norfair, since that's really the only other area I can think of. But I'm pretty sure I cleared everything in Norfair. Because that thing that says I haven't claimed it, I did, I just cleared it fast enough that it didn't get marked on the map. So, what the hell else am I missing? Yeah, I am at a loss for words. I don't know what exactly I could be missing here. Oh well. One thing's for certain. Clearly, I am missing the one important missile pack that is necessary to get the 100%. If I ever do come across it, I'll be sure to let you know about it on stream. But for right now, I think I'm done with Super Metroid for tonight. But that doesn't mean I am done streaming. I am going to take a break because I am starting to get a bit hungry, so I'm going to grab myself a quick snack. If anyone else wants to do the same, stretch their legs or go to the bathroom, best time to do so. When we come back, we will tackle the other game that I like to randomize and do that one 100%. And while I can't claim that I'll get 100% of each and every last item and chest, I can at least try and get all the hearts, heart containers, heart pieces, and all the items to collect, which is including swords, armor, and shield. Yeah, that much I can promise you. So, yeah, see you in a bit, folks.